Okay, hello everyone. Today's video is a little bit of an impromptu video because I didn't have this planned anywhere, but I just wanted to go through my Brave Girls collection today because we all know that they've been going viral and stuff lately with Roland, and it's been like an incredible and amazing like past couple weeks, and I still kind of can't believe that all of this is happening and that all of this is real, but I think I'll talk more about that later. But for now I just want to go through my Brave Girls collection because I have been collecting them for a long time. I guess some quick background about myself when it comes to Brave Girls. I have been following them for 5 years now. I started following them when they came back with Deepened back in 2016, which seems like forever ago. And I really started getting into them around High Heels era, and I've kind of been ulting them ever since then. So yeah, it's been a wild ride with them through the years, but I don't know. It's 2021 now, and I still consider them an alt group. They always have been. But yeah, I think I want to go ahead and get started walking through my entire Brave Girls collection because I would say that my collection is pretty much complete. There's some things that I'm missing, but I wouldn't say that there's something I plan to get or really would be able to get. But yeah, with that said, let's get started. So the first album is their debut single. So this is The Difference. Yeah, this, like I said, this is their debut. Obviously a completely different lineup than what we have now, but yeah, that was this album. I would say I really love So Sexy from this album. I don't know what it is about that song, but it's like the greatest thing ever. I don't have any CDs in here because they're someplace else, but really happy to have this. I got these off of a Japanese proxy site. I think I got them actually off of Yahoo Auctions Japan like a couple years ago, and I mean like their older albums, so, but there's that. And then next I have their first mini album, Back to the Future. So this is still the original lineup, and then here's the back of that. I know that the title track from this album is one that the current lineup has performed in the past. I think the same with their debut single as well, but here's a quick flip through of the photo book of this one. I really like the colors on this one. I don't know, I just think it's super pretty. This isn't, but that hair isn't, but you know. But yeah, here is this photo book. It's quite interesting to flip through because this was like, almost 10 years ago now, so yeah. And then next album is their second mini album, Reissue. So this actually is the album with Nowadays You on it, which is arguably one of my favorite K-pop songs of all time. I really love that song. And I think it's like super iconic still to this day. So, and I really love this concept. It looks like girls in suits is like everything. So yeah, there's that. And then the next album is the first promo of the bunch that I have. So this is the For You single that Haerin and Yoojin did. This was back in 2013, and I believe this was after the other three members had left, and they just released this single together. So yeah, I don't think there's anything really in here, no. So it's just like a really basic packaging. This is, like I said, the first promo of the bunch, and this is also, I remember this is the last thing I needed to complete my Brave Girls collection for a while, and I eventually got it off of Yahoo Auctions Japan for like 15 bucks maybe. But I remember being super excited about this for that reason, so yeah. And then we have probably the most prized thing in my collection. So this is the Deepened single promo, and this is the song that they came back with in 2016 after a 3-year hiatus with 5 new members. So yeah, this is what really got me into Brave Girls at the time. I really wanted an OT7 signed promo of this specifically because not only was this the first thing that really got me into Brave Girls, but also I really treasured OT7 like as a lineup, and I just really loved this era. So I had to get this. The signatures on this are all really nice, and I feel like this is one of my favorite things that I own, period. Like, has the prettiest signatures and all that. So I'll zoom in a bit for this because there is a bit of a photo book. So there's just the credits and the lyrics. We have Unji. I would say the members look quite a bit different here. Can't tell if it's just time or because of Photoshop, but there we have Yoojin over there. We have OT7. But I remember this era so vividly. I loved it so much. Then we have Haeyoon and Yuna and Haerin and OT7 again. We have Yoojung, Minyoung. And that's that. Yeah, that was that for that promo. Again, like, this is probably one of my favorite things that I own still to this day. It is just a timeless piece, honestly. And then the next album we have is High Heels. So this is their third mini album. And again, I love this album so much. There's nothing about this album that I don't like. And I feel like when it comes to Brave Girls music, their music has always like really lifted me up and made me feel just a lot better in general. They've made my life a lot easier whenever I'm going through it. Their music has just always been kind of the thing that helps me, and especially the B-sides on this album, they are everything to me. I love this album so much. Yeah, I think this album, like, it's just so good, and I feel like it's a shame that Brave never gave them like a good amount of songs for a new album, you know? But okay, we can go through the photo book really quick. We have Yujin, Yujung, very pretty. Group picture, which the Photoshop on this picture is insane. I don't know if I ever noticed the Photoshop on this picture, but it's crazy. And then we have Hirin and Yuna. She's very pretty when she was blonde. And Hyun and Inji, and then Minyoung. And that is that. But I love this album a lot. This is the only album of theirs I don't have signed. Well, I guess recently, like of their recent albums. And I did want to go back and get a signed copy of this at some point, but I don't feel like that'll be possible now. I'll have to look into it, but we'll see. For now, this is all I have. Okay, hello everyone. So I'm popping in here a little bit later because there's one thing I totally forgot about, and it is the single. So this is Brave Girls' Yoo-Hoo single, and this came out after High Heels did, a couple months after High Heels did, and I just totally forgot that this existed. I have my shelves color-coded now, so it's really hard to pick things off my shelf when it comes to like one certain group. So yeah, here's just what this looks like really quick. Nothing really too special, but I would say one reason I also forgot about this is because it's probably my least listened to Brave Girls song. So yeah, I don't know, not my favorite thing, but it was a cute little summer concept. But yeah, we can move on to the next thing now. So then next we have their album Rollin'. So this is like my non-promo copy. So this copy I actually bought when I was in New York. I don't live in New York. I don't actually live anywhere near New York, but I was in New York in 2017 and I didn't have a normal copy of this, so I went ahead and bought it. And I think I bought it again for like photocard purposes as well, but yeah, hopefully you could see that okay. But this concept is so wonderful. Minyoung with red hair. I remember at the time when teasers were coming out, I was like really blown away by Minyoung's red hair because it is like the most beautiful thing ever. But then I also do have a signed promo of this as well. So yeah, as you can see, promo sticker there. And the reason I have this promo is because I participated in their Make Star event that they had for this comeback. I think 2017 for this comeback was the only time they ever did a Make Star, and I always wondered why, because they did such a great job with that Make Star. Like, I feel like if they did it again, like if they would have done it again, they really would have benefited from it, but they didn't. So that's kind of tragic, but yeah, I'm really happy to have this. Again, this is probably one of my favorite things that I own just because I really love this album. I would say that track number 2, that B-side, is like one of my favorite B-sides ever. I have a lot of really great memories with this album in particular, so yeah. And then moving on to the last thing. So the last thing I have is actually this promo copy of the new version of Rollin'. So like if you don't know, they released a different version of the song in 2018. And I'll be honest, I entirely prefer this version of the song to the original, but that's mostly because I figured this out. I didn't really know why for a while, why I preferred it, but I know it's because of the saxophone. Whatever it is, if a song has saxophone in it, I will love it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, but I do have this. This is obviously the most recent addition to my collection because they haven't come out with anything new really since then. Obviously they had their comeback with We Ride, but as far as I know there wasn't a promo for that, so either I missed out on it completely or it just doesn't exist. But yeah, that's all there is in there. But yeah, like I said, I do prefer this version of the song. I know it's just a personal preference. I do love the original still, but I listen to this one a lot more. So, and this is just what the back of that looks like with the numbers crossed out. So yeah. So I quickly just wanted to go through my photocard collection for Brave Girls as well, just because as small as it is complete. But as you can see, my cover page here is OT5. I don't really have any plans to change it, but this is just what it looks like. And then you can see here that I have a full set OT7 of the High Heels photocard set. So there's that. And then I also have the full set for Rollin' as well. This card here is just from the Make Star. If any of you are unfamiliar, this is obviously from like 4 years ago, so this is a little outdated. So like Make Star doesn't do this anymore, but they used to put in these cards with like whatever you purchased, and that's really it. There wasn't really anything special about it, but that's just what that looks like. And then the next page is just the actual photo card set from their Make Star. So yeah, there's that. And that is really the entirety of my Brave Girls collection. They don't have many cards, and the only thing I'm missing is the cards that they had for Deepened. I think they were broadcast cards, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, that's the only thing that would really make sense. And I didn't collect them because they were a little bit more expensive at the time, and now you just can't find them. So yeah, I did really want them back in the day, but they cost more, like, they were, I think each member was about $20-ish each, and that was a lot to me back then. It still kind of is now, but I mean, like, for a broadcast card, it's like not that bad, but those are the only things I don't have. So yeah, that was really it for my collection. So yeah, like I said, that was it for the entirety of my Brave Girls collection. I'd really like to take some time to talk about this because, like I said earlier, the past couple weeks have been kind of insane, and I've just been so incredibly happy with everything that has happened just because Brave Girls going viral with a 4-year-old song really came just out of nowhere. And obviously I've always known the full potential of the song. I always knew that this was the kind of attention that it deserved, but unfortunately that just wasn't the case at the time. But I mean, now 4 years later, it's really crazy because I don't know, they've gone so long without any kind of success or really any attention, and I've known that the girls have always loved what they do, especially the 4 that are still there. Not to diminish the work of the past members, but like, you can really tell that they have a lot of drive and passion for the things that they do, but they have never really gotten the opportunity to like fully express that. I'm just so happy for them that they are able to do this now. And I don't know, it makes me really emotional because I mean, I remember when the video started going viral, I was like, oh my god, this got like 1 million views in a day. And that seemed like a lot, and that's kind of where I thought it would end. I personally didn't really think much was going to come out of the video going viral because Brave Entertainment just sucks, and I have a lot of hate in my heart for Brave Entertainment. And I could probably go on a days-long rant about why I hate Brave Entertainment and why they don't deserve Brave Girls. But I really didn't think much was going to come out of this, but it ended up going a lot farther than I expected, obviously. Which is honestly more than I ever could have asked for, because I mean, like, even seeing Brave Girls charting, like, I didn't even see that happening. I didn't even see them getting back on the charts, but I mean, everything slowly started to come together, and it's been so crazy to watch. Like, seeing them get the real-time all kills or whatever is really insane because, I mean, they're passing up IU on the charts, and like literally getting #1 after #1 is crazy. And it's not something I ever really expected to come at all. I'm genuinely so happy about this happening. Like, I'll be honest, like I said, I've been following Brave Girls from 2016, and over the years they just went from, like, after Roland they were so inactive. They did have the release of the new version of Roland, but they didn't really promote that on music shows, and that, I mean, it didn't get really proper promotions at all. And then we had to wait until 2020 for another proper comeback, and I would say that, and I mean, the years have been really hard. With how much I love them and how much I felt like they deserved, it just wasn't, they just weren't getting the support from their company that they really needed, and it broke my heart because, I don't know, they just deserve so much. And I had always known that they loved what they do so much, and even with We Ride promotions, like, you could tell on stage, every time they performed, you could see how much they loved it, and they weren't even performing to a crowd. But I mean, even when there is a crowd, like, you watch Roland performances when they were performing for like the military and stuff like that, you can really tell how much they love what they do. And I'm just really happy that they're getting to do that now. Like, they really, really deserve it. I don't know, watching them perform on music shows, watching them win yesterday at Inkigayo was like insane because, I don't know, just to think that they were like so close to disbandment and they were probably feeling so defeated. Like, it hurts my heart to think about, but like, I feel like sometimes miracles really can happen, and I'm just really thankful because, I don't know, I've been wanting to watch the girls thrive for so long because I knew that they had the potential, and now that the Korean public sees that as well, just, it's insane, honestly. But yeah, like I said, I'm so happy with everything that has happened. I really hope that we can get a comeback soon. I mean, I can't see Brave Entertainment not seeing the opportunity and taking it. I don't know, there's been time and time again in the past where, you know, the girls have said, oh, we'll be coming back soon and stuff like that, but Brave Brothers himself has said like, oh, I'm working on an album for them and stuff like that, and it just never happened. Like, I just remember so many times over the years thinking, oh, we're definitely getting a Brave Girls comeback soon, and then it being like 3 years and we haven't heard anything. So I can only assume that they'll actually take the opportunity to have a comeback now, which I can only hope, because every time Brave Girls promotes, I just feel like just everything is right in the world. Like, there's few groups now that I can follow promotions of like super closely and like be super excited about the whole thing, and Brave Girls is obviously one of them. But yeah, I'd really like to see, I mean, I'd really love to see a full album from them. I know that's probably too much to ask, but I would definitely really like to see a mini album with 6 new songs. I don't know, like, I feel like in the past they've never had more than 3 new songs on a mini album, so that's like really frustrating. And I don't know, I want something like proper for them, because it's really obvious that Brave Entertainment knows how to do their job, but they just choose not to. Especially when it came to Samuel's promotions in the past, and now with DKB and their promotions. It's obvious that Brave Entertainment knows how to do their job, it's just that they have been unwilling to do it in the past. So hopefully things can change for them in that respect. Yeah, with that said, I hope you all continue to listen to Rollin', and I hope you all continue to give the girls the love that they deserve. But I do have to admit that with all of this happening, I am kind of scared of them not getting the proper promotion that they deserve from their own company, so I'm hoping that moving forward, Brave Entertainment can do their job. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll end this off. I've been reading my old tweets about Brave Girls, and it's been incredibly insane how they had kind of like a complete 180. I don't know. I feel like in the past I've just been so, I don't know, I can be really dramatic and just get really upset when it comes to my faves and how poorly treated they are, because it seems like that happens to every single group I like somehow. Like, their company just majorly mistreats them. But yeah, it's crazy how much has changed in the past couple of weeks, and it's been like such a short time, and I'm just kind of, it's really interesting to see so many people talking about Brave Girls who have never even known that they exist in the past. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully the hype continues, because they deserve it. But one last thing. I know a couple of you have said that you have been thinking about me throughout this whole like thing happening, and like with Brave Girls charting and winning music shows and stuff like that. People have told me that they've been thinking about me throughout this whole thing, and it just really means a lot to me that, I don't know, you think about me. I've never been, shy about the fact that I love Brave Girls. I've always tried to do the most to, tell people to listen to them, and it makes me really happy that y'all at least listen to me to some extent. So, but it does really mean a lot to me, and it's super sweet that y'all think of me, so yeah. But with that said, I think that was everything I wanted to talk about. I'm sorry if all that was like, didn't make any sense, because I don't know, everything going on is just so much for my brain to comprehend, so I think you can kind of understand that I can't form a coherent thought about it. But yeah, with that said, that was everything. I hope you enjoyed seeing my Brave Girls collection, and I hope you continue to show them all love in the future. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.